the slums of Yerevan. Quite a bad reputation.
And I'm a little bit anxious. Now we've been taken in for some photos around the
I don't know where we're going.
Is this yours?
Good afternoon, guys, from Yerevan, Armenia. We are back in the city centre after a few days on our little resort just on the outskirts of the city, and today we're doing something that's been recommended by so many people, and that is to check out KOND, which is dubbed the slums of Yerevan, but it is not quite that. There is old 19th century architecture, some of the oldest in the whole city, being that a lot of the important buildings were destroyed during the Soviet Union and times before, so this is sort of like the unofficial old town, but it gets quite a bad reputation, and in recent times it's starting to pick up. During the 80s it was known sort of for crime. A lot of minorities stayed there, people that didn't agree with the Soviet regime, so they were sort of like their own little breakaway town within the city, and I just can't wait to, like, as soon as I heard that I was like, we need to go to this place, we need to check it out.
KOND actually means Long Hill in Armenian, so for me it's not going to be that good because we're already quite high up at the minute.
It's going to be a lot of walking.
But we're going to have to be walking around all these tiny alleys, tiny roads, trying to work out, and I'm a little bit anxious. I don't really know whether people are going to be overly happy with the fact that we're walking around with a camera, and you know, at the end of the day these are still people's homes. And
it has had a bad reputation until recently. Exactly. This is really strange. We're like approaching the area of KOND now, and just back there you've got like EU buildings, government buildings, bars, restaurants, and then the closer you get you can just see that the skyrise just drops to these small, almost like shanty town type area.
And I'm walking uphill. Not my favourite thing ever
so
to
different
do,
straight away.
But literally straight away on the corner it's so different. The roads are so small. You can lead into KOND from 4 different entrances. This is one of them, which is right near our hotel, and we're gonna get run over in KOND. We're going right in now.
This is not quite what I expected. There is so much colourful, impressive graffiti along a lot of the houses along here, but apparently Molly was saying there was a sponsored like government or city project to sort of brighten up the area. So recently lots of graffiti artists come down here and they added their graffiti, but look at this, they're just small old 19th century houses. It's crazy. Look, it almost, I don't know, it reminds me, it's the wrong word, but I've never been, but as if you were walking along like a favela or something like that. Wow, you can literally see on the building here, it is just bricks and then like mud has been added to it. You would not think that you're right outside of the city centre, would you? It
feels completely different. Like, I don't know how to describe it, especially when you walk around Yerevan, everything's pink and made from the same volcanic rock and completely like high-rise buildings.
You just feel like you've gone back 200 years.
It's crazy. I'm quite disappointed with the fact that you walk down one of the main roads and they're building like 4 sky-rise buildings.
I suppose it was going to happen.
I know, but it's just such a huge contrast.
Times are changing, and you don't know whether this will remain.
Yeah, you never know.
We're like deep inside of KOND now. We're like up at the top of the hill, and it's so interesting. People are just going about their lives, and then look, the big city right behind us. It's such a contrast.
Now we've been taken in for some photos down the street.
I don't know where we're going.
Where we're going, I don't know.
Apparently it is the photo spot. Are we going in? Oh my god, we're going into his house.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
This way?
Okay.
I presume this is his house.
Is this yours? Yours? Ah!
Drew, you paint. So these are his paintings, Molly.
Wow, that's amazing. Ah, and you play. Oh, wow.
Wow. All of your photos, they are incredible. It looks lovely. Oh, wow. I wish we could understand.
Yeah.
Wow.
You did that. Wow.
Wow, it's amazing. Thank you so much for showing us your home.
What a lovely, lovely man. Oh my god, I can't believe we've just been and seen
someone's house. I wish we knew Armenia,
yeah.
Right?
If I could speak Armenian, then I would probably have had the best time ever.
It was great to meet you all. Thank you for explaining the history.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye.
Wow, that was so unexpected. These are the times when I wish I knew another language, whether it was Armenian, maybe some Russian, they probably would have known. You just don't know what he's saying. He wanted to show us his house, the paintings that he'd drawn on the walls, his pictures and photos of Jesus, or the religious artifacts that he had in his house. Wow. Wow, that was unexpected. I did not expect that when we were going to walk through here today.
That was honestly amazing. I kind of didn't really know what to do, what to say. It's not a position that you're normally put in, is it, where you get invited into someone's home?
Can you imagine at home?
Yeah,
people trying to do that, and they say
never.
this gets, or got, a bad reputation. But people
yeah, you just wouldn't,
nicer than you get in the West.
You wouldn't let someone in your home, but they just did. It was amazing, and we're right in it now, and we're kind of lost. This is what I knew this was going to happen. I knew we were going to walk around and not have a clue where we were going.
These streets, they're just so unique with little alleyways. You can find all sorts of like little hidden gems, and just like this is the old mosque that stood here back in like the 16th, 17th century. They're not too sure exactly when, but when a lot of the Turkish population left in the 20th century, it's just been left to rot, and it's derelict here. Of course, during the Soviet Union it wasn't in operation, and since then it's just got worse and worse. I wonder if there's no way of repair. It looks as if in some areas some people might even still be living in it.
Last year the wall actually collapsed even more so now literally only the outside walls remain. I mean, you can see how old it is because it's just absolutely crumbling, and I like the fact that you can still see the arches of the window. Other than that, you wouldn't know that it was a mosque.
This place has been so interesting, such an eye-opener. Look, like old, oh my god, old abandoned buildings. That's kind of creepy in there. Would you expect this in 2021 in a capital city? You definitely wouldn't. It's not quite a slum, as they say. It has history, but it's definitely, there's definitely a lot of poverty going on here as well. And we are at a dead, I think this way maybe. I think we're at a dead end. We're trying to find our way down out of the area, but we don't want to walk through people's houses.
And we're out. We made it out. We found the stairs with the help of a young boy that just went, okay.
This is crazy. So KOND is all in there, and then this is one of the main fancy streets of the city of Yerevan.
It just feels totally not right, if that even makes any sense. Where are we going today? I'm being serious. Would you walk through this tunnel, a dark, open tunnel that's got no one about? Would you walk through it? Oh, there's two
He's fixing his larder.
We can give him a hand.
KOND was such an eye-opener. It really shows, like, he showed you his house. Like, do you expect people in Europe to still be living like that? I know that during the Soviet Union they were massively against the regime, and perhaps still are a little bit against the government today. They want to be like their own people in their own area. But it just shows that some people, oh my god, it's dark in this tunnel. Some people have really, let me get some light. Some people really have just been left behind after the collapse. But we're going through this old Soviet tunnel now, which apparently leads to amazing views of Hrazdan Gorge.
And just like that, we've popped out somewhere we have never been before. We're like low down.
We've just walked underneath KOND.
We've walked underneath
and I think
KOND.
We're near the gorge. I think, I'm not certain.
Very much.
So the tunnel led to the wrong part of the Hrazdan Gorge. We had to get a quick Yandex across the city, and apparently this is where we're meant to be. It's a bit of a building site, but I've been quite good with my research on, I have been on my research of restaurants in Yerevan, and I basically found Taverna Yerevan. They have a couple in the city, but there is one that's apparently, well, I can see it now, bottom of the gorge, overlooking the river. This could be perfect. Oh, I think I have definitely done well again. This place is huge. Look, it has this huge, it even has a stage. You can see the ladies making the lavash over there, and then all of this is part of the restaurant outside. Even more down here, and I think there's a huge inside, but we're not going to sit inside. We're going to be the crazy ones outside. We have a view overlooking, I can hear it. Oh yes, overlooking the river. This is so cool. I have done well again.
You have indeed. Look at our view.
Overlooking the, I think it's called Hrazdan River. We're in the middle of the gorge.
Hrazdan Gorge. I can't roll my tongue. You know how you're supposed to do it, where you go prrr. I can't do it, but he's done well. And this is quiet, and people probably don't know it's here because it's outside of the city centre.
Apart from the construction next door.
Apart from the construction.
Ganads.
Ganads, no alcohol again.
Compote. I'm starting to love the compote out here.
Yeah, it's honestly so good, and it comes with all the fruit inside, but we've done it without today. Are you supposed to eat the fruit inside?
I think it's just the flavouring.
We couldn't come to the Yerevan Tavern and not get something traditional, and we went for the koravats, which is the Armenian kebab. We have 2 chicken kebabs and barbecue potatoes. It's a speciality in Armenia to put everything and anything on a barbecue. So that is what we had to do. And obviously we have lavash. The food at Taverna Yerevan is just too good. We have actually been there before, but I do feel like that one is like a hidden gem.
In the middle of a gorge.
Matt,
we were
you
literally
did well.
eating. I always do well.
He has done some amazing research, but I need to give you a room tour of where we're staying here at the Andor Hotel. We have this massive room. I love a room like this. We have a huge bed with some...
I didn't know you were going in.
Sorry. I love this. Do you reckon this is like a traditional Armenian
I think
sort
so,
of throne?
like the carpets.
Everything's wooden. We have the paintings, desk for where I can do my editing, smart TV,
huge balcony.
sofa, I was about to mention that, our bathroom, and the biggest balcony that is almost as big as the room. Our balcony actually overlooks the beautiful courtyard downstairs, and actually the hotel has dorm rooms as well, so whether you want a double room or a dorm room, you can choose, and you're in the most beautiful location. But I suppose I really need to summarise the day. KOND was a very unexpected place, and there's articles about it talking about how it's, you know, it's like Yerevan's old towns. The old towns we have visited have been tourist friendly, shops, sights to see. With KOND it's actually really sad because a lot of it is, you know, it's just ruins and how people live. You know, it's really difficult to see, and such a huge contrast to the city. And obviously the guy that we met, the lovely guy who really just wanted to show us where his house, you know. Originally we thought he was going to show us a viewpoint because he kept saying like this, but I think he just wanted to show us his house. He lived in a tiny room with 1 bed, and he was so proud of it, and it was so lovely to see all the paintings that he'd done on the wall and how proud he was of it. But it was just a very sad situation. You know, he shouldn't really be living like that. The people that live in these houses that are sort of decrepit and the wood is rotten and it's made from crumbling rocks, you know, it's such a shame, but it has so much history related to it, and it's definitely something I would recommend that you should visit if you are here in Yerevan. You can find loads of different things, walking down the tiny alleys and get lost like we did. But tomorrow we are heading on a day trip. We are so excited for that, so we will see you in the next one for that.